10 ways to make fruits and vegetables last longer. Have you ever stocked your refrigerator with tons of nutritious fruits and vegetables only to watch them rot and decompose a few days later? Due to the rising cost of groceries, throwing away food can leave a dent in your pockets. The good news is that waste can be avoided by following simple steps. Let's talk about 10 easy hacks to make your fruit and vegetables last longer. Number 1, don't wash fresh produce before storing. Yes, you should definitely wash fruits and vegetables, but wait to do it right before eating them. Placing washed produce in the refrigerator adds excess moisture and accelerates the decaying process. And early decaying means you have to throw it in the trash, a waste of both food and money. Instead, store properly dried fruits and vegetables in the fridge and wash them just before eating. If you really want to wash them before refrigerating, make sure to dry them thoroughly first. Also, wash your hands well with soap and water before you start cleaning fresh produce. Make sure any utensils, sinks, and surfaces you will use to prepare your food are thoroughly clean. Number 2, don't overfill your fridge. Yes, having a full fridge feels satisfying, but do not overfill your fridge. Cramming your fridge blocks the flow of cold air and creates warm spots. This will make maintaining a constant temperature more difficult and increase the risk of food spoilage. Also, keep your refrigerator clean to remove bacteria or spores. The coolest areas of the fridge are typically the bottom and middle shelves near the back. Store food that spoils quickly, like meat and dairy, near the back of these shelves, and make sure your temperature is 40 degrees or below. The chance of harmful bacteria growing on food increases if it gets warmer. Number 3, keep herbs hydrated. Herbs add a lovely finishing touch to our meals, but store-bought herbs tend to spoil quickly. The stems of herbs like parsley, cilantro, and basil should be removed, and ensure the leaves are completely dry before placing them in a small cup of water. The herbs can stay fresh for up to 2 weeks if you cover them with a loose plastic bag. Alternatively, oilier herbs like thyme, rosemary, and sage should be tied together and hung to get more air. Also, if you want a fresh supply, you can learn how to grow your own herbs. Most herbs are easy to grow. You can grow them in small pots and keep them near a window inside your house. Number 4, isolate gassy produce. Avoid storing vegetables and fruit together. The ethylene gas produced by many fruits, including bananas, avocados, and peaches, functions as a ripening hormone and speeds up the ripening of other produce. Too much ethylene causes the loss of chlorophyll, the pigment that gives plants their green color and enables them to transform light to energy. When chlorophyll breaks down, they turn yellow or brown. Because of this, you should store whatever you want to ripen quickly with your stock of apples. However, keep everything as separate as possible if you want to increase lifespans. This means that you should give bananas their own space, avoid storing potatoes and onions together, and keep apples in a specific part of the refrigerator. Number 5, batch cook meals. Why not cook everything at once to prevent food from going bad quickly? Food will stay longer if you prepare it in greater quantities and freeze the leftovers. Batch cooking also lessens food waste and helps with meal planning. Therefore, batch cook all those lovely ingredients as soon as you purchase them. Make mountains of food, lock in the freshness, and then freeze it up portion by portion. Not only will your future self love you, but there will be absolutely no food waste because you'll eventually eat all that food, and you won't have to cook every day. Definitely a win-win situation. We've made it halfway through our list, and we sincerely hope you've enjoyed it so far. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and ring the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Let's move forward with the video. Number 6, freeze. If you find that your onions and spring onions are going bad before you even get the chance to use them, chop them up and put them in an empty water bottle or resealable bag. Once they're frozen, simply shake out or remove what you need and put the rest back in the freezer. To prepare other veggies for freezing, blanch them first and then cool them in cold water. The freezing technique maintains nutrients and provides a fresher flavor than canning or drying. Foods that have been frozen do not rot as quickly because freezing inhibits the growth of microorganisms and slows down the chemical reactions that lead to food spoilage. Number 7, only chop fruit and vegetables for instant use. Avoid chopping fruit and vegetables in advance until you are ready to use them. If you chop fresh produce and leave it out in the air, it will deteriorate more quickly. Another tip is squeezing a lemon over your fruits. The acid can preserve slices of fruits from citrus fruits. Although it appears counterintuitive, cutting and storing fruits and vegetables in water is a fantastic way to keep hard vegetables like potatoes and carrots. Always store in cool, clean water to maintain freshness, and swap out the water every few days. Number 8. Keep citrus and ginger in the fridge. Every stock photo of a kitchen has a bowl of lemons on the countertop, and it certainly looks great, but those lemons are not going to last. Citrus will be happy, juicy, and firm in the refrigerator, and the same goes for fresh turmeric root and ginger. Also, if you only need a squeeze of citrus juice for your recipe or drink, instead of slicing a lemon in half, puncture the whole fruit with a fork or skewer. In this way, you can squeeze out the required amount without drying the entire lemon. For ginger, keep fresh, whole, unpeeled ginger in an airtight bag in the crisper drawer. An airtight bag will keep out the oxygen and moisture, two main factors that will cause ginger to mold. Number 9. Use resealable bags or food containers. Food should always be kept in airtight containers or resealable plastic bags after being opened. This stops air or moisture from contaminating food or accelerating its decay. In fact, the majority of fresh vegetables, including carrots, potatoes, broccoli, cabbage, and celery, should be kept in your refrigerator's crisper drawer in a resealable plastic bag or container. This also applies to storing leftovers to prevent speedy deterioration. For hardy greens, trim the thick stems, then place them inside a plastic bag or other closed containers. Number 10. The softer it is, the sooner you should use it. Depending on which food has the shortest shelf life, make an action plan. Give the top priority to broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers, peppers, cherry tomatoes, lettuce, spinach, and other soft greens. Save potatoes, cabbage, carrots, fennel, and even hardy greens like kale and collards for the last few days before you go back to the grocery store. If vegetables have leafy tops like carrots or beets, cut them off, and if you plan to eat them, store them separately. A lot of food is wasted as a result of improper storage. The Natural Resource Defense Council estimates that food deterioration accounts for around 2/3 of household waste in the United Kingdom. The lack of knowledge on how to properly store fruits and vegetables can cause early ripening and rotten produce. Tossing edible food does not just waste your money. Food waste is dumped in landfills, where it rots and releases methane gas, the second most common greenhouse gas. In other words, food waste fuels global warming. So make sure to follow these tips and play your part in reducing food wastage. Do you find this video informative or helpful? Let us know in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. Don't forget to like and share. Stay healthy!